Thank you for attending the virtual roadshow, and I'm talking to Alex Qunta from the Small Enterprise Development Agency.
Alex Tandika Qunta is my name. Greetings to everybody. I lead and I manage Seda in the Western Cape province. Thank you very much. It's very thankful for the invite. It's good to be here.
What are some of the keys to starting and running a small business?
I won't prescribe because it depends on the jockey. The person might be alone, but he's got associates. He's got support, a network around him or her to support that individual. So if I prescribe and I say it's best to have, I can't, and that's the challenge within our space. But we always say, have a succession plan in place, because we've seen, especially family businesses, when Fatima goes or retires, then you find that Fatima's kids are not able to take over and carry on with that legacy. So Fatima must find a way of involving her kids from an early age. That's what we can prescribe to the owner or the entrepreneur. Look at your succession planning, and a lot of family businesses. That's where we like. But I like when you look at the farming community, you'll find that then the daughter of the son will go and learn agriculture, and come back with new ways of farming, so that because her granddad used to be a farmer, the dad is a farmer, but now with his generation a lot has changed. Then he brings that technology mix into. As a result, she's able to take the business to greater heights. That's what we normally advise. But it's always good to have your associates, your network, and the likes. Because you're not going to look at the trends, when you just on your own. But if you involve others, they will always telling you, and you are so fascinated about your products, you don't even see what is happening around you. But the others will be able to tell you, look at what is happening, and why don't you introduce this? Why don't you diversify? And that's the beauty about having that network of people that you could talk to. Whether it's your coach, it's your consultant, it's your associate, it's your fellow colleague, it's also with your employees as well. Because the employees, we must never underestimate them. There are a lot of things that they can bring to the table as well, in terms of innovation in how to take the product to greater heights. People must not despair. We've got schemes that we're having. We, as Seda, through the Department of Small Business, we are a portfolio. It's Seda, CIFA, and the Department of Small Business. We've got schemes that we are currently promoting for informal traders, and they've been hard hit by COVID. And these schemes are for your spazas, for your chisanyamas, the fruit and veg vendors, the people that are in clothing, textile, manufacturing. You've got people that are in the automotive after sales. You've got people that are in bakeries and small confectionaries. So all these schemes, they are there. One can contact us, and then we could tell you what you need to do, and we will help you also with registering in the e-portal, because that e-portal, we're making it so that we know how many people are there, and also where are you situated, because we need that data. And currently there's no one that can tell us in South Africa. Each and everyone has got his own database. So those are the things that you are doing, and that's the focus on informal traders, because they've been neglected a lot. So we are reaching out, and we know now we are hit by COVID, but we do have our offices, Seda branches also open. We work on rotational basis, but we are trying our utmost best as an agency to assist our people.
What is your best advice for any SMME owner?
I think the first and the most important thing is you must know who's your target market. Whom are you targeting? So a lot of us, you are so in love with your product or your service because you're doing it for yourself. And sometimes when we want to test our products, we use normally our relatives. And sometimes they don't give us the fair feedback because they don't want to hurt us. And when you do that, you rather say to a person, give me, I will take this as a constructive criticism. That feedback is very important, but I'm always saying, know whom your target market is. That's very key. And sometimes when you are in business, we're always saying to clients, try and solve a current problem. What's the challenge? Then you bring solution to that. And then you'll find that such people are moving like anyone's business because you're solving, someone's challenge. You're bringing a solution. So if your business idea or your product is solution driven, then there are no issues. Yes. Sometimes is how they package the product. Packaging plays an important role. You know, Even if you want to list your product in the shelves of the retailer, the retailer just does not want to take you. And a lot of our clients that we're busy with in terms of supplier development, and we had to work around the packaging, how you label your product. All those things are important. And even things that you might claim, you say this product does this and this. So if you don't have a proof and the research to that, you can't put it in your on your label. These are the things that people have learned, because now the retailer will say, give me proof of that. Let's say you've got a hair product and you're saying this is what it does. And if you don't have a proof of that, then you can't claim that. And I like this example of a packaging because it has changed a lot of people. There was a client that I was with last week on Monday, and this client of ours was just telling me how one client contacted him because he was in someone's office and he saw the product, but there was something that was attracting him to this product, and this client was commended about his packaging, and packaging really does a lot for someone. So that's what I've out of all my experiences, that's one that I can mention, because I know the retailers are also looking at it, and a lot of people that want to have a retail or shelf space, it's one of their challenges. So we work with them in trying to resolve those packaging problems. A lot of people have got ideas. People are busy trying to run their businesses, but most of the time you'll find that we've got compliance issues. That becomes a hurdle, a barrier, compliance. And a lot of our clients don't want or don't like compliance because they want to push their hustle, what they are passionate about. You want your product to be out there. Once someone says to an entrepreneur, for you to qualify for this, we need 1, 2, 3. You just turn them on. But in most cases, these things are not that much difficult. It's just that you need to have them. And that is our mandate as Seda. If you feel that you are overwhelmed with these things, you could contact your local Seda, your nearest Seda, and then we will assist you with that compliance. And that's the first hurdle that an entrepreneur must go through. It's like your accountant will say, I need all of these things from you for us to move. But and I think most of the accountants do these things on their own, and entrepreneurs are not used to that. But a lot of entrepreneurs cannot afford accountants, therefore it becomes a struggle. But as I'm saying, we're there as Seda to assist in that regard. For me, that's the most important thing. It's the compliance.
Your Women Enterprise Coaching Program sounds great. Tell us more about that.
I think the focus has been of government, where you'll find that women are the majority in terms of a population size. And when you look into business, you find less of women. So we need then to make it a point that we do push, we do assist them in this regard. But we find that if you just do hit and run, you help one individual with her business, sometimes it does not assist, because this woman owned business, she's alone as an entrepreneur, she does not have anyone to talk to. That's why we came up with this women coaching program, because they are a group of women, they network, so, and it's also an inspiration to them, because a person now hears, I'm not alone here. And I think sometimes they find that I thought I was in a bad position, but when listening to what Fatima is saying, I think I'm in a better position. And listening also to Fatima, how she has overcome all her challenges, that inspires them. And then they share all this information. Then we make it a point that true, the coach, they meet once a month, given tasks that they need to do to improve their businesses. And we find that there's growth, there's development, there's sustainability in this business, because you help them as a group. And I think it's something that really we need to be focusing on, because when you train people to train without mentoring them and coaching them, you don't normally see the impact that you really want to see. We look at, when we started this, it was for women only businesses, but we do get men, but we make it a point that the women are the majority in that group, because it's still women focused. Now, how do we advertise it? Through our partners, we advertise that, the stakeholders, and also using our practitioners to inform the clients, and as a result also the consultant that will be the one who's coaching them will also recruit using the local stakeholders as well. We are having currently one that is going to be run from our Eden branch in George, but we're currently having one that is currently running. But because of the COVID, we had to have a hybrid model where you do certain interventions over your whatever platform that the coach is going to use. I don't want to seem as if I'm promoting a certain platform. That's why I'm using this word online platform instead of mentioning the brand. So that's how we get it. Definitely it should be people that are already in business, and sometimes depending on the terms of reference of the branch, they look at certain turnover, but I'm not going to put it here and make it a requirement, because when we do the terms of reference, they normally look into that. But I think as we are about with our district model, the ecosystem, we also look at the ecosystem partners to try and help us in recruiting the attendees for the program. I normally make mention of a dark model. When you get into this program. You know, a duck, before it gets into the water, it's dry, and it gets on the other side, it's still dry. That does not happen. And you find that when you get a response from them, they say, you know, I've got a family now, you know, through the program. They are able to network amongst themselves and to share, you know. And sometimes you've got a person, you know, a lot of our clients like to think that they are competing with one another. And this program has taught them that, you know, they complement one another. You've got your own strengths, and no one is having those strengths. You need to capitalize on that, and then you complement one another. So there are a lot of good stories, but I think what we could do for your program is for me to take a few of these women, and then they talk on themselves how they found the program. I think that's what we could do, so that they talk on their own. I would really love us to do that. Maybe I can get 3 or 4 of them, and then they could talk on how did they find the program and what did it do for them. You know, I always say, if you empower one woman, or you empower women, you have empowered the whole of our society. And that is true. It's because it's in them. They nurture everything that me and you, we are what we are today because we were nurtured by them. And then they normally take this into their businesses as well. You see, and that's why it is of great importance that we should work with them. We should empower them. We should capacitate them. We should support women to be in business, because they take that along with them. It's in. And what I like about women also, they multitask. You know, for example, the person will be running her business, still looking after her kids, still looking after her husband, still doing other errands. But it's in their nature. Me and you will want to do one thing at a time, you know, and we will complain about the other one. But they are just, you know, good organizers, planners. So I think with us giving and supporting women-owned enterprises, they could do a lot for our economy. I take it from that perspective.
Excellent. Well, here's hoping you get a lot more calls from SMME owners in the coming months.
From the people that have been watching, please make use of Seda in whatever your endeavors are as entrepreneurs. You could check our website, www.seda.org.za, or you could also contact us. The provincial office number is 021-487-3640. But all the contact details, you'll find them in the website. Thank you very much. Ndiabulela.
That was Alex Qunta from Seda.